All righty, all righty. Nicole from Arizona. Deborah's from Boston, Massachusetts. Yes, Melissa San Jose in the house. Ooh, we got another Florida here. Hello, Kristen. Jen from Paulsville, Washington, an adorable town across the sound from Seattle. You can't hear me?
Lindsay.
Nobody can hear me? Oh, Melissa can hear me. So
I can hear you.
So it's something on your end, Ruth Anna. Okay, everyone else can hear me. She's gonna try again. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, I'm so excited, so excited, so excited. We got another Florida. Florida is representing today. Jersey. Hello, Meredith. Meredith, I didn't know you were in Jersey. That's awesome. Okay, everyone else can hear you. North Dakota in the house. Hello, Karen. I'm so excited. Okay, welcome everyone. My mom is here. Representing Kauai. Hello, Mom. I'm so excited. Melissa says, hi, Mama. Okay.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone. There are some new people here, and there are some people that have been with me for a while. I'm so grateful to have you here. What a beautiful way to spend this Thursday, at least morning, my time. I'm going to go through a little bit about what we are going to be doing today, what we're going to be talking about today. Those of you who have been on webinars and workshops with me, you know that we go in deep, and you know that you're going to need your journals. So go ahead, if you don't have your journals yet, grab them now. Ruth Anna, can you hear me okay now? Yes, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. We're going to be doing a mix of journaling, and we're going to be doing a mix of energy work. I'm going to teach you some techniques. I have never taught anyone on here before. I can mute everybody. Yes. You should be muted when you join automatically. Oh, yeah, my controls are on here. Okay, there we go. And thank you for suggesting that, whoever that was. And when we are done, I'm going to open up the call for Q&As. So plan for about an hour and a half. I am really good at talking. I'm really good at going over, but I'm going to try to honor your time. And also know that we are, you know, hi, it's like self-quarantine everywhere. School's out right now. So we may have a special guest visit us today. And we've had some conversations. Hopefully he's going to not be too disruptive. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lindsay Dam. I am a spiritual healer. I am a law of attraction mentor. I predominantly work with female entrepreneurs. I fucking love helping women create a life of passion, purpose, and make a fuck ton of money doing so. So what does that mean? That means that, you know, I believe that you have a purpose here on this earth. And I know that if you are drawn to me and you're drawn to my work, you feel that too. You may be working in that field. You might be drawn to it. You might not have like fully taken the leap to doing that yet. And that's perfect. That you're exactly in the right space. So I believe that especially now more than ever, that we get to fulfill our life's purpose, fulfill our passion, and serve the world, the greater good, the collective, and be radically fucking abundant as well too. I believe that abundance and prosperity are your birthright. I do not believe that your higher self and your soul came into this world to struggle. We put that on ourselves, and we're going to talk about how we get to this space where we have, you know, money blocks or struggles financially. And I have been there myself. I have been an entrepreneur. I've worked for myself. It's going to be full-time, celebrating 15 years this June, which is amazing. And, you know, in a few years, I had a brick and mortar business for 11 years. And then I found myself pregnant, and knowing that I was going to become a single mom. And I had a lot of trauma. There was a lot of trauma in how I became pregnant. And then there was a lot of trauma also during my pregnancy, family trauma. My father passed away, and just a lot of stuff in a very short period of time that I don't need to go into full detail on that right now. But it was during that time that I decided to sell my brick and mortar business. And I was like, I was seeing other people, like the coaching industry was just kind of starting to like take off, and I was starting to take notice. And I was like, other people are making money online doing something. I'm going to be a single mom. I don't want to work my ass off all day in an office and have X amount of dollars left over. You know, I don't want someone else to raise my kid and for me to struggle to get by. And in that state, at that time, I was very much in a state that because I'm a single mom, I need to struggle. Like this was a very subconscious limiting belief that I had. And, you know, I really created that for myself. I perpetuated a lot of stuff, and in the space that I was in, I had a lot of healing to do. And fortunately, I have been a healer professionally. I did massage therapy and energy work in my first business. I had my first license for that when I was 19. And so I'm grateful that I had a lot of tools, and a lot of the things that I was doing were really preparing me for this moment in my life. And, you know, we're really just, everything that I do now is really just an evolution of everything I was doing. It's just an evolution. My life's work continues to evolve. And I believe your life's work, your calling continues to evolve based on your healing and everything you go through, and what you, how you allow yourself to evolve and go through it. So I found myself in a very, very dire space where I was, you know, basically looking at, you know, gonna be homeless and, or move in with my mom. And so I essentially got rid of all of my stuff. I kept my art, my books, and my Le Creuset cookware, and moved my dogs and my infant son, and drove 4 days down to go move in with my mom, who lived 1,100 miles away from where I'd grown up, where I had business, and landed on her doorstep with my son, you know, and 2 dogs on New Year's Day, 2017. And 8 months later, I had my first 5-figure month. 8 months later, and that was manifested from unexpected sources. And then 2 months after that, I had my first 5-figure month in my business, and created in 15 months a multi 6-figure business. And you know, the things that I have lived now, the memories that I have now, were things that I just dreamed of. I know, so no matter where you are, right? Like I understand what it takes to go from absolutely fucking nothing and feeling so basically like worthless, right? Like I felt so worthless when I had to pick the phone up and call my mom, and I'm gonna actually cry a little bit, to ask if I could move in with her. And, you know, there were so many things that led up to that point where I couldn't make groceries, and I was walking around aimlessly, so hungry, breastfeeding my son. And anyone who has ever breastfed understands the hunger that you have. And, you know, it was during that time where I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Nobody should ever have to struggle like this. Nobody should ever be this hungry. Like, it was just stupid. And, you know, and there are so many people like that. And so really, like the reason I love talking about money so much, the reason I love helping people move through their own shit to get to becoming abundant is because I went through that. And that's like the hunger I will never forget. And it is truly, like, there are way too many people that struggle and way too many people that are hungry. And, you know, if you're listening here and you have the ability to have the internet and a smartphone or a computer, like, you are so far ahead of so many people and so abundant. And the fact that you are here, you recognize that you have some money blocks. We're so far ahead, and I'm here to tell you that everything can change so freaking fast. You know, I spent years daydreaming of having a life where I could run my business from my phone. and make money from my phone and, you know, make money from my sleep and being able to travel and not have to shut my business down. Because when I had a brick and mortar, that's what I had to do. And, you know, since then, I spent a year living on the beach in Southern California, a block off the beach, in like the nicest, biggest house in the neighborhood. And which was like such a thing for me, because that was always such a judgment that I had of other people growing up as kids. And then there I was, that person, and we traveled every month, and you know, we lived just like, and we still do, we live an amazing life. Now I've spent the last year really focusing on, we live in the Pacific Northwest now, in my dream town. I've always wanted to live here, in a gorgeous house. Owen goes to an amazing school, and we spent the last year rooting and grounding and really setting down roots, which I've never actually done for myself. And you know, so my dreams have shifted since I've lived the laptop lifestyle, traveling all the time with my son. And, you know, again, everything can change in an instant. And I don't just say that because, you know, I wanna like, I don't ever say that because like I want you to join a program, or I want you to do something or whatever. I say that because I've done it. I have been so fucking hungry to where you can't think straight, to completely changing and shifting my financial means in such a short period of time. To go from almost homeless to 5-figure months in 8 months is such a radical swing of the spectrum. And, you know, again, I'm here to share with you that you can do this too. And this is why I'm doing this training. I want you to, and I know that right now with the coronavirus going on, and with everything that's going on, people are worried and they're not sure if they should take the leap and start their business, or they're looking at, you know, their business and they're like, I want to make more money, have more impact because I'm aware, I know that people need me. Or like maybe your work has been impacted and you're like, fuck this shit. Like, so, you know, I'm here because no matter what is going on, money should never be an issue for you. Money should never be an issue. And, you know, one of the dreams that I've been really dreaming of a lot lately is, what if everyone was a millionaire and money just wasn't an issue for anyone? I love that dream so much. And as much as I can help you be abundant, have zero worries about money, and open up to receiving, I want to do that. So that is why we are here today. I'm so excited and so excited. And you know what we're going to go through today, I do have a few slides we're going to go through. We are going to be doing some journaling. I want to start off with a meditation. But first I want to hear from you in the chat box. Where are you with money? Like, where, like, and don't tell me what your bank account is, but like, how do you feel about money? How do you feel about money in this time right now with this, you know, global pandemic? And while you type in the comments, I'm going to share with you my belief about that, my spiritual belief about that. You know, I believe that this spiritual belief is, or excuse me, I believe that what is happening is the collective ego and the collective fears are really making themselves known so much more. And here's what happens, right? When stuff comes up, it's an opportunity for it to be healed. That's it. It's an opportunity for it to be healed. So we have this collective ego, all the stuff that is rising from the surface, and the new moon is in Aries right now, which is all about bringing up old stuff. So all this shit is just coming up, and people are, you know, worried and in fear, and it's understandable. I so get it. And so let me know in the chat box, how are you feeling in this time space right now with everything? So let's see some chats come up. And so right now, the time for like healers and for coaches and for light leaders is really, truly the opportunity for you to be the pillar for everyone else that is going through these, you know, these worries, these fears, these breakdowns. People are going to start to break down, and your job, your opportunity as the light leader that you are, as the coach, as the healer, as the, you know, whatever you are, is the time to really be the pillar for everyone else. If you've been doing any inner work, if you've ever done any personal development, spiritual work, inner work, energy healing, excuse me, you get to be, excuse me, I think I'm getting Owen's little cough. You get to be the pillar for others who are really experiencing this for the first time, like really understanding and experiencing like these crazy egos. It might be for the first time, or they might be starting to like think, okay, what the fuck can I do now? How can I shift my, like my priority needs to be, I want to be home with my family more. I want to spend more quality time with my family. And I don't want money to be an issue. And I want to be abundant as fuck. Like other people are doing it. How can I leverage this? How can I do this now? So let's see what you guys are saying. I see a mix all over the place. Melissa says, I feel great about money, yet there are still some old stories coming up that I know are needing to be healed and worked through to take me to the next level. Yes, Deborah's feeling anxious. Ruthanna says, I see this as an opportunity. It squeezes me. Oh, where are you? To be more visible. That's beautiful. I'm setting up a PayPal account for money to come in. Hell yeah, set up all the accounts for money to come in. I have like 4 different ways that people pay me. You know, because yeah, why limit yourself? Working through my fears. Nicole says high anxiety, but also excitement because I feel that this is my time. Yes, I love that. I so feel that for you. Anna says, I feel good as far as the world is concerned. A lot in the inner world is coming up to be healed though. And here's the thing. That's so true. So like we're feeling things in a, on a collective level. The way we heal the collective is we heal inside, right? So these fears that are coming up, like, is like, yes, it's gonna be inner stuff, and it's always gonna be inner stuff for people that comes up. And as you heal this, you actually offer healing to the world. Melissa says, it brought up some fears I didn't realize I still had, but it was great to address them. Absolutely. Karen says, where I'm at with money. Money equals security and freedom. Having money means being able to get the physical things you need. No money equals fear. Deborah at 61, first time ever on unemployment. Yeah, so how is that leaving you feeling, Deborah? Kristen says, money will work through me by flowing through me to go on and work in other people's lives. Yep, money is an energy. It's an energetic currency. Rena is here. Hello, gorgeous. Okay, so Georgette says, I'm feeling mostly calm and believing that God has my back. Fear came up that I am constantly releasing. I'm actually crazy excited and open to be able to receive money in unexpected ways. Yes, 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 yes. Jennifer says, I'm all over the place with my feelings about it. I'm in a crazy position. I'm a hairstylist. We have 2 hairstylists in the house, right? Deborah, aren't you a hairstylist as well? Meredith is feeling so good, and it's my time to rise now. Yeah, girl. So Jennifer says, so not able to work, so that's interesting, but I'm not panicking about it because I know it will all work out, but I'm ready to have extra money and savings so I won't have to worry at all. Yeah, hairologist. Okay. Jen says, I have a bipolar relationship with money. I love that. Sometimes I feel completely comfortable, and sometimes I get overwhelmed with frustration and worry. Rena says, I am upping the F out of my spiritual learning practice. Yes, 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 yes. So we're going to talk a lot about that today. Awesome. And Allison says, I'm a little shaky financially, especially if I look ahead, but at the same time, I have taken the time to actually wake up, exercise, work with my favorite clients, and live my ideal life, and I'm focusing on creating a better vision, intention, and ability to manifest, so back and forth. Okay. That is, I have so much that I can say about that. So, you know, because if you're looking ahead, but you're still feeling shaky, here's the thing. If you're looking ahead, but feeling shaky or uncertain, it's because you're actually looking at what is, and you're expecting what is to continue. If you're looking at your bank account and you're like looking ahead a month or a year or whatever, but you're still expecting the same from your bank account, which means that you're not trusting intuition, you're not trusting God, and you're not trusting the universe. So you're still actually in a place of lack when you're looking ahead, but you're feeling that shakiness. Hi. Oh, this is Owen. Look, there's more. You gonna say hi, more, and hi everyone. Yeah, I'm doing my training. Yeah. So That makes sense. Good, 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 good. I can go on a whole long riff about that. Anna says, I have been dealing with fear of moving forward and being successful. Okay, so what are you afraid of? Now, I am really good at going off on riffs and answering all your questions during here, but what I really want to do is I really want to get into the content. Oh, yeah, she's saying hi. You can't hear her because I have her on mute. Jennifer is ready to start her side hustle, helping people in a deeper way. I love that, but I'm not sure what it is or how to get started with that. I have fear around it. Hope I get that will help me with my money situation too. Yeah, it absolutely will. It absolutely will. And you do a lot of, like, I don't know that much about you, Jennifer, just what I've heard from a little bit from Melissa, but you do energy work, right? Like, now's the fucking time to start an incredible business doing energy work and helping people heal, because hello, people need it. So amazing, amazing, amazing. And I was also like brainstorming different ways, because I was messaging with Deborah a little bit earlier. I'm like, how can hairstylists take their work online? I was really thinking about a lot of fun classes that people could teach online, because people can't get their hair did right now. Okay, we have our special guest. Yeah, I know. It's nothing about the ability to do it. It's all your own inner stuff. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, please, honey, I know you're on the microphone. I'm doing my training right now. So you can be here with me, but we just need to be, Owen, you can be here with me, but we just need to be quiet, okay? You wanna, we're gonna help everybody meditate. So we are going to start off with a little meditation, because right now, like, there's a lot of different feelings going on in the air, and I want us to ground and I want us to center. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and wherever you are, sit back, take a couple of deep breaths, relax. I want you to really feel your feet on the ground. If your legs are crossed, make sure they're uncrossed. Unless you're sitting on the floor, they can be crossed, that's fine. And take a deep breath in. Breathing in light. And as you breathe out, I just want you to breathe out any fear, worry, anxiety, any of those emotions that just came up. Just breathe it all out. And again, breathe it all out. So breathe in light. Breathe in calm. Breathe out fear, worry, anxiety. And as you breathe in abundance. Breathe in love. And breathe in light. And as you breathe out, just breathe out anything that's dark that doesn't serve you. We're going to take a couple more deep breaths, just letting your body relax, letting your mind melt. And as you feel your connection to the ground, to the floor, I want you to sink into the floor. So you're going to sink into the floor, you're going to go all the way down into the earth. Just feeling like your whole body being cradled by the earth as you gently sink deeper and deeper. And then as you slowly breathe your way back up, you're going to come back up and you're going to center yourself in your heart. Now we're going to ask for the presence of God to make itself known. And as you do, you feel love blossom from within. You feel your heart space open up. And you nestle peacefully in your heart. I'm going to take a couple more deep breaths. Good. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. So everyone should be feeling a lot more at peace now, a lot more calm and a lot more centered. Honey?
I want to see more.
More is right there. Good.
Hi. She can't hear me.
She can hear you, you just can't hear her, honey.
She can hear me.
Okay. So what we're gonna do now is I'm actually going to,
Yes, she can.
no, honey, we're not gonna see Kent right now. I am going to share my screen with you a little bit. We are going to, I actually made slides, y'all. I don't make slides for presentations. But I am a very visual learner and I get things on a deeper level. I know, Rosanna, wow. Watch out, buddy. So, let's see here. We should be able to see my screen now. All right, so where do money blocks come from? Money blocks come from, let's go ahead and relate this a little bit. All right, they come from your inherited beliefs in your wounds. More is right there on the screen. They come from your inherited beliefs and wounds. So what does this mean? This means that they come from your ancestors, and not only your ancestors, but your immediate ancestors, that they can be passed on for generations and generations. So this is going to, how we're going to rework this and rewrite this is we're going to do ancestral healing work. We're not necessarily going to do all of that today. I mean, that would be, you know, to do all of this would be an all-day intensive. Owen, honey, I need you to be quiet if you're going to be in here. Yeah, if you're going to be in here, you got to be quiet. No. They're going to come from past life wounds. So not only, Owen, no, we had a conversation about this. If you want to be on my lap, you need to be quiet and listen. And you can watch more right over there. Otherwise, you can go in the other room. It's your choice. No. You can be in here. I just need to have you be quiet so I can teach my class.
To hear me more.
Okay. Yes. She hears you. She smiled. Yeah, and she's telling you to be quiet. So inherited beliefs and wounds from your ancestors. So things that they went through, right? And if you think back to, you know, not quite 100 years ago, there was the Great Depression here in the United States. Wherever your ancestry is from, everyone has been through something, right? And it could be something, you know, like somebody had something and then they took it away from them, or all of their stuff was taken away, whether it was something collective or global that was going on, or something that had happened, like something that had been like taken from, you know, whether it was taxes or you know, they were stolen or whatever it was. So you could have this belief that having money isn't safe for you. And I'll be honest with you, that's been one of my beliefs forever that I work on all the time, is that having money actually isn't safe because someone's going to take it away. So past life wounds, similar things that have happened in a past life. So you can have these from both. This is where the spiritual healing aspect, part of it comes from when I talk about doing spiritual healing, right? It's you are healing different spiritual entities and entities that have, you know, their energetic imprintation within you. Traumas that you've experienced in your lifetime, right? So, you know, if you've had a money trauma, if you were even, you know, listened to your parents arguing about money growing up as a kid. So that would be something that you would absorb, you inherited from them, but also that's a trauma for you as well too. Or if you had something else happen, you can have some paper, there's paper right over there. So if you had some other specific money trauma that happened to you where maybe money was stolen from you and it really impacted you and you couldn't feed your family, right? That would be a trauma. You know, so all these things, or when you were younger, if that had happened to your family and then you weren't able to eat or something like that, right? And then you can also absorb other people's stories. And this is what a lot of people kind of forget about is you're not necessarily, the stories that you have are not even necessarily yours. They can be absorbed from people who aren't your family. If you are just, you know, social media right now or the news right now is a perfect example where, you know, depending on, you know, gratefully I don't have that on my social media, but it could be, you know, if people are complaining about not being able to have food or there's no money or whatever, if you see a lot of that, you can be absorbing that. So one of the things that I was talking about yesterday, that's the printer. Why don't you go get your ink pad inside the front door. Go get your ink pad and then you can do stamps. So you could be, you know, absorbing other people's stories of, you know, what life is like for them, and you can be taking that on. Now, this is especially important, like if you're an energy worker or a healer or a coach or just an empathic person, someone who feels for other people, you can be absorbing their actual stories and they're not even going to be yours. So that's really important to note, and I think a lot of people forget about that because they just go in on their, why do I have this limiting belief? Why do I have this limiting belief? Why do I have this block? Well, those blocks might not even be yours. You just absorb them because your energy field, everyone has an aura, and your energy field is like a lint roller. So if you are not practicing energetic hygiene, yeah, you need to go get your stamp pad, honey. Go get your stamp pad. It's over by the front door. Go get it and then bring it back here and you can do stamps. Yep, go get your stamp pad. Go get your ink pad. I don't have any here. Go get your ink pad. And so your energy field is like a lint roller, right? And so it's like as you're walking by other people, if you're in a crowd, if you're absorbing things from social media, from the news, from online, all of that other junk can literally be sticking to your energy field. So energetic hygiene, spiritual hygiene is very, very important. And we can talk about that today. I want to make sure we talk about that. I'm going to make a little note to myself so I don't forget about that. Oh, no, that's Play-Doh. Go get your stamp pad. You can play with that too. Okay. I always add things like the spiritual hygiene, so I want to make sure that I address that because that's very important so that you can cleanse your energy field and not absorb other people's stuff. So this is also really important to make sure that you are you know, being really mindful of who you surround yourself with and what you say. And if somebody is talking about something that you know you don't want, you can put up a protection bubble, or you can, one of the things that I do is I will literally visualize a bubble of energy surrounding me, and I say that is not mine, and I will like feel those words and their energy bounce off my energy bubble because I don't want that. If I'm in a one-on-one conversation with someone, not right now because it's not working. If I'm in a one-on-one conversation with someone and they're saying something that's like really limiting and it's not a story that I want to absorb, I'm going to say, you know what? And I just do this energetically. I don't necessarily put my hands up like that if I'm talking to somebody, but I will visualize this, and it's like a reflective shield that I visualize around my energy field, and it literally bounces off. And so let's see here. Because I'm teaching a class, honey. So I will put this like reflective shield around me, and I will have the intention with it that just says, this is not my story, and it bounces off. So that's something really important that you can do and be really mindful of, right? If you are finding yourself in conversations with people where everything is focusing on the negative, what you focus on expands, right? So this is more preventing energy blocks or preventing money blocks from even coming into your body. So if you're in a conversation with someone and they're talking about how bad the economy is or how bad the whatever is, and it's just getting, worse and worse and whatever.
What did you say?
I did not say anything to you, honey. I'm trying to teach a class. Here, you can play with your Play-Doh. Can you make me a shark? Can you make me a shark?
I can't.
Okay. Or make me a snowman.
A snow.
Okay, well, you can go get your skate pad. No, that's loud. You can go do that on the floor. Go do it on the floor. So this is preventing yourself from absorbing, right, and creating new money blocks. So if you're finding yourself in a conversation, people love to talk about pain. People love to be in a victim mode and talk about how awful things are. If you are in a conversation like that or around that, just remove yourself from it or shift the conversation. One of the things that I have my clients journal on, one of the things that I have them do is I have them focus on what is going right, because what you focus on expands. So if you are commiserating about someone else's pain and the suffering of the world and whatever, you're going to create that for yourself, right? What you focus on expands. So you're going to create that for yourself. So focus on what is going well. This is not to say, like, if somebody is having a hard moment or a hard moment in time, you can be there for them and be a support for them. But those conversations where people get together and it's just like, oh, this person said this. It's all just negative talk, right? Like, be aware and be mindful. And if you are finding yourself surrounded by people like that, distance yourself, disconnect, because you don't want to absorb that stuff. That stuff's going to absorb very quickly in your energy field and is going to start to impact you. So all of these things create your energetic blueprint for what you can actually receive. So all of your ancestral wounds, all of your past life wounds, all of the traumas, everything that you absorb from other people is what impacts your energetic blueprint for what you can actually receive and what you can actually have, right? So we have an energetic capacity for receiving, for what we're allowed to have. And the thing is through healing, we can shift that, we can heal that, we can expand your energetic capacity to not only receive, but to maintain, right? So if you have ever had a thing where you've been manifesting, you want this big thing to come, and this horrible thing happens, like this is one common example. This is somebody that I know, and she was struggling with getting pregnant. She was struggling with getting pregnant for many, many years. And then her grandmother died. And somebody told her, they were like, oh, well, now you're going to be able to get pregnant. And sure enough, as soon as her grandmother died, she was able to get pregnant, right? So it was like she only had so much energetic capacity. The same thing goes for, let's see here. If you are, let's say you want an abundance of money, right? We're doing a money blocks workshop. So let's say you want to make a fuck ton of money, and maybe that fuck ton of money is $10,000 a month to you. Maybe it's $20,000, whatever it is. You want to make a fuck ton of money, and you might have this subconscious belief that you can't have an amazing relationship and a fuck ton of money. And so what happens is you go through a horrible, your boyfriend or your man breaks up with you. And you go through such deep heartbreak. But then right after that, you get that fuck ton of money. right? So there are so many things that happen because you only have such an energetic blueprint. But as you heal all of the stuff we've just talked about, and then you allow your energetic blueprint to expand. And we're going to talk about also how to do that. We're going to do some work with that today so you can start to expand and receive right away, because I know that that is important and it's just your birthright. So you can have it all. So what I want you to do is I want you to, when I say you can have it all, and or really what I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, or I want you to tell yourself, I can have it all. And immediately I want you to notice the thoughts that come up. What does your brain say as soon as you say, I can have it all? And I want you to journal that, and I want you to let me know in the chat box. So what comes up? How does that feel to tell yourself that you can have it all? And then what comes up? So I'm going to stop the share right now. I want you to let me know in the chat box. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Now, I believe it, Susie, am I pronouncing your name correctly? I believe I am, Susie. Jennifer says, yeah, right. I don't deserve it. Deborah says, I agree, but how? Okay. When I wrote, Karen says, when I wrote it out, you wrote a small can. What came through is ha. Yeah. Ha. So you don't believe it. Immediate twinge of excitement, then a voice says, but can I really?
Mama, I like it.
Oh, that's awesome. Good job.
Snowflake.
It's a snowflake. I love it. Oh, did you do a stamp? That is such a good idea. High five. That was so creative.
Look at more.
Owen made a snowflake on his, let's show everyone, Owen made a snowflake on his Play-Doh.
Yes.
That was such a good idea. Here, can you go do another one? Go do another one for me, okay?
Okay.
Jennifer says, I've already done so much work on myself. What else could be there? I must be impossible to change. So does that mean you don't believe that yeah, right. Okay, you said yeah, right earlier. Oh, Jennifer Edwards, sorry, different Jennifer. What else could be there? I must be impossible. So you don't believe you can have it all. You believe you've done everything and you don't believe you can have it all. Is that correct? Georgette says, first thing I heard was hell yes. I smiled and felt excited.
Hey.
Then it was, where is it?
Hey
So
guys,
can you
I
relax
played
me?
this one.
Yeah, good job.
Can you show everyone?
Yeah, let's show everybody. Okay, Owen made a snowflake on his Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Melissa and Jennifer have said, I don't believe I can have it all. Yep, exactly, which was the next question I had for all of you guys. Jen says, F, yes, I can. Hell yeah. A voice says, no, you can't, but I also have a feeling of abundance rising from my root chakra. So the next thing I want you to ask is, if you don't believe yourself, or even if you do, the next question I want you to write this out and then answer is, why do I believe this? And where does this belief come from? Jennifer says, I don't know how I could have it all. And that is an ego thought. That is an ego thought, right? So the ego is all about logic. The ego is all about logic. So I had a vision, and I'm just going to share this story while you guys journal on where does this belief come from. So I had a vision. When I started my business, I had a vision. When I started, like, 2 businesses actually. When I started my first business, I was like quitting my old job, and Susie, it doesn't even belong to me. Is it the belief that doesn't belong to you, or what? What doesn't belong to you? So I just had this vision and this idea. I had no idea. The block, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we're gonna heal that. We're gonna get rid of that. I had this vision of this, you know, I was gonna quit my job. People were complaining about the $25 I charged to do house call massages before I had my own business, and told me that was too expensive. It would often take me 3 fucking hours, and my car would often break down. I had this like 1976 Volvo station wagon, pistachio green. Her name was Betty Sue, and often the fuses would blow, so I always had to like change the fuses like at a stoplight. And people would complain that $25 for an hour house call massage was too much money. So when I quit my working for the when I quit working for my last boss, his best friend was my daughter, and like he was my soccer coach growing up. And she just, right when text messaging came out, she treated me like such shit. She thought she owned me because her dad owned the company. So I quit, and he like understood. Yeah, I showed him text messages, and I was just like done with it. And 4 days later, I had a vision. I hadn't even told anyone I'd quit my job. I hadn't even told anyone I was looking for a massage space. A friend called and said, hey, there's a massage space right down the street from your house. Somebody I know is subletting it. Do you want it? And I was like, yes, I do. I just quit my job, right? And I started out charging $60 an hour for people to drive to me, right? So $25 an hour for me to drive to people, and often my car would break down and it would like take an hour each way, often driving through traffic because it would be after work. Then to $60 for people to drive to me and during work hours. And people paid it. Not only that, they gave me $20 tips, and they told me it was affordable. It was like, right, so it was like such a huge shift and such a huge swing, but it happened, right? And the thing is that I didn't know how I was gonna do it until I just did it, right? I didn't know how. I had a vision, and the first thing I had to do was I had to quit this job. I had to, it was blocking me. And I told myself if it doesn't work after a year, then I'll get another job. And I sold it 11 years later, right? And the same thing with this business, right? I had a vision, I didn't know how. And I figured a lot of stuff out along the way, but I just started. I just started. If you don't ever start, you're never gonna succeed. Yeah, that's a steal, I know. It was a steal then too. Okay. Allison says, why do I believe this? Because I never have. I have a lot of fear and disappointment, and I have been trained to work my ass off. Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So the belief comes from my low confidence. The thought comes from my family, especially my dad. Whenever I would get a twinge of excitement growing up, it was a shot down with logic. Growing up without a lot of things, we learned that people don't need as much as they think they do. We can always do with less and still be happy. That's fine. You can do with less and still be happy, but do you want more? Why are your wants not valid? I have this belief because it won't last. It comes from losing jobs and losing my parents. Your ring is so hypnotic. I love my ring. I love my ring. It was a gift to myself. It's black jade, actually, with a diamond drilled into it. Black jade. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Okay, so why do you have this belief? Now, I want you to ask yourself, what does this belief need in order to be okay? Yeah, it's a self-protection addiction. So are you protecting yourself by maintaining just getting by? Like, is that protecting yourself? Yeah. So Kristen says it needs her to stay small and limited in order for it to be okay. So what else? It's protecting yourself from being hurt and disappointed. I'm going to take a picture of this. All these amazing people on here because I love it so much. I love it. Oh. So fun. Okay. So when you have this belief and you realize, okay, so this belief is protecting yourself from being hurt and disappointed. Is not being as successful and abundant as you want really protecting yourself? I'm so blocked, I can't even answer the questions. Okay, that's okay. What you can do is when you feel like that, just take a couple more deep breaths, clear your mind, and just start to scribble. Like you can, here, let me use this piece right here. Right, just start to like, not even write necessarily anything and see if words come up, right? Or you can even journal and write down the question, why do I feel blocked? And I'll say, we're gonna do some energy healing in a little bit to also just heal these. Deborah says, I owned a couple of properties in Florida and was looking for another, and my mom used to say that's too much and you can't afford it. So it's not even your belief, is your mom's own insecurity. Yeah, and you know, people like feel blocked with different journal prompts all the time, and that's okay. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to, when you're ready, close your eyes and identify, where do you hold this belief? Where do you hold this belief in your body or in your energy field? Georgette says, well, I believe I can have it all, and the belief of me not having it right now, I think it goes into more the fear of not being seen and people thinking that I do not know what I'm doing or talking about. So that's more, because we are mirrors for ourselves, that's more of you saying, like, do you not fully believe you know what you're talking about or what you're doing? It's held in your head. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Karen, thinking and believing are two very different things, right? So Karen says, I can't believe it. Ego tells me to have something to offer in order to get money so I can have it all. Alone, I have nothing worthy of having it all. So that means that you don't even think you are ready. You don't even think you are ready. Or excuse me, worthy. You don't believe you are worthy of being abundant just because you are you. Oh, we're going to do something fun. We're going to do something fun with this. So wherever you hold this belief, Kristen says it's held in my throat. I don't have a voice. That is powerful, right? So that I don't have a voice, that belief that you can't have it all, that I don't have a voice, that belief that you don't have a voice, that fear, what I want you to do is I want you to, or that block, right? If you're so blocked that you can't even, you know, write or journal, what I want you to do is, again, visualize where you hold this. And then I'm going to ask you if you have a picture of what that is. So it can literally be a picture of a block. It could be a picture of energy. It could be a picture of you know, no voice, like whatever it is. And when you have a picture of it, let me know. Jen says, I feel a deep knowing that I can make large sums of money, but it's the consistency that I struggle with most, like it's always been an ebb and flow. Okay, so you have a picture of ebb and flow. Like what does that, like if your business, your success, your money is ebb and flow, like how do you have a picture of that? All right, Karen's is a huge boulder. We got swirling vortex. So when you're all ready, you don't have to share what they all are. Brick wall in my throat. Oh yeah, absolutely. So your subconscious mind works on images. So people who have worked with me, you know that I do a lot of visualizations because your subconscious mind works on symbols and images. So notice how big is your picture? How big is your brick wall? How big is your boulder? How big is your vortex? Right? Is it dark? Is it light? Jennifer, I thought I was the only one who hated writing in a journal. You were so funny. A whirlwind into my head of thoughts and ideas that I can't get out because of the block. What does the block look like? Okay, so Jennifer, you can't picture where your block is. What I want you, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Or can you just know, if I say, where is your block? Where do you hold your block? Do you just know? Some people see better, some people feel, some people, your whole body. Okay. Now, what does your block look like? You have a picture. You can create a picture in your mind of the block. You can make something up. But just, it's as long as you know that that picture is your block, that's all your mind needs. That's all your subconscious needs. And it's a huge, thin metal wall in my head. Okay. Rope on my chest. Okay. Does everybody have a, is anybody having problems identifying where their block is? Or are you all ready to go? Okay, Jennifer, what would it look like to trust yourself? I feel like there's a lack of trust, and I feel like you are more worried, like that you can't find, like there's, I feel like you're too much in your head, right? So what I want you to do, and anyone else that's having trouble, is take a couple of deep breaths and just breathe it out. And you can do like we did in the beginning, breathe in light. And then just breathe out dark. Ground yourself, come back to your heart. And I'm gonna have you ask yourself. And I want you to just trust. Don't judge, just trust the first thing that comes up. Where do I hold my block? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can feel that. Definitely in your head too much. And Jennifer Edwards also. Yeah, we got two Jennifers in here. Way too heady. Okay. My mind talks me out of things even when my gut says yes. Okay, I heard this quote the other day and I loved it. Your gut, it says your gut is God. And I just love that. I just love that, right? So trust God, trust your gut. Your mind will always try to talk you out of things because that's your ego. Yeah, I loved that too. I just read that yesterday. Oh, 3, but I only get called Jennifer when I'm in trouble. You will not be in trouble here. I love that. Okay, so mainly shoulders and your traps are always sore and the rest of my back. Perfect, 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 perfect. And as I'm tuning in, it's more like your angel wings, but then you have like trickles, right? So I call them like, blocks can be like octopus tentacles. Well, they'll like they'll kind of like worm their way up, but the center of it is more like your angel wings. Okay. So go ahead and, those of you who have a picture, if you don't have a picture, you can visualize it. Feeling resistance to doing the journaling work, but I can't stop yawning. Okay, well that is good. But what we're doing is we're finding an image, right? It comes from not feeling supported yet. So that image that you see, and even if you visualize restriction, like Wani, or resistance, what does that look like? What I want you to do is, again, notice how big it is. Notice how big it is. It could be giant, right? Like maybe you're looking at it like a screen. I want you to make it itty, in your mind's eye. This block is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Itty bitty, until it's so small, it just disappears. So we're gonna take some deep breaths as we visualize that. If it feels like it's like a movie screen, you can go over to the side of the movie screen and there will be a button, a power button. You can just turn it off. And then you can even unplug it. Maybe it's like a drawing and you just rip that piece of paper up or you burn it. Done. If it's a boulder, maybe hit it with a jackhammer. Smash that thing to smithereens. See if you can, whatever you need to do to disintegrate and get rid of this block. It's energy, right? So you get to shift it however you want. Ooh, Kristen, I finally found it. It's a blocked drain like a shower drain. Yeah, so pull the plug on that. Let it all go. Allison, ooh, that is the most powerful statement ever. Do you trust your own instincts? Because if you don't, you also don't trust God. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that I've been saying recently is if you don't trust you, you don't trust the universe. If you don't trust you, you don't trust the you. If you don't trust you, you don't trust God, because you are God, right? God, when we connect with God, the presence of God is within your heart, right? We have a really beautiful exercise for doing this. God is within you, God lives in you. Okay, so now what I want you to do is, let's come up with the new belief that you want to create, right? Do you want to come up with the belief that you get to receive money just for being you? Do you want to come up with the belief that having money is safe and it is safe for you to accumulate money and wealth? Do you want to come up with the belief that, money just flows to you? Money just comes to you easily and effortlessly. What is your new belief? This is fun. What is your new belief? Oh my God, Jennifer, I was just thinking about the pain in your shoulders. As soon as I got your message, she says, whoa, the pain in my shoulders is way less. I knew it. Okay, rather than feeling my solar plexus is hurting, I embrace it with the understanding that it wants to tell me that I'm okay to share my voice. Beautiful. And then it felt lighter. Yes. Melissa's new belief is consistently making large sums of money is easy. Absolutely. Wanting money flows to me easily and effortlessly and without me even trying. Yes. You're so welcome, Jennifer. Jennifer Edwards. This is where I've been stuck, trusting God. I grew up fearing God and have to walk the line. Okay, so we can do that too. We can work on that too. So now I have a conscious awareness of God being me being God, and I can create all this stuff, but those deep subconscious patterns from like even being in the womb as wanting to hang on to the old story of God. The same thing we're doing right now, we can do with that. Does anybody else have a wonky relationship with God? People value what I have to say and will give me money to show that value. How about, Kristen, even people are excited. People love to pay me for the value that I have to give. That's one of my things. People love to pay me. People love to pay me. And I get messages from people all the time. They're like, oh my God, thank you. Like they pay me and they're like, thank you. I'm like, thank you. I just, well, this morning, another woman joined my program launch and she was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's my belief. Like people love to pay me. I love it. And I get people that sign up with me over and over and over. And because they get incredible value and they love paying me for it. It's fun. Yes. One of my beliefs is that making money is simple, making money is easy, and making money is really fucking fun. And one of the things that I've been doing recently is just saying that like money just flows to me. Like I don't even have to earn it. Money just flows to me. And again, there are some new people on here for me, but like 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago tomorrow, I was at the grocery store and this man came up and he was asking me about Owen, like we're at like the olive bar thing. He was asking me about Owen and he's like, oh, is he yours? I had put some, mom will be proud of me, I had put a couple of Cadbury cream eggs in there. I hadn't had Cadbury cream egg in like 15 years and I'm introducing Owen to Cadbury cream eggs. Yeah. And I never eat candy. And he was like, oh, he's never had one of those before? And I was like, no, I'm just introducing him. And we were just chit-chatting for a couple minutes and he was like, is he yours or is he your grandson? And at that point, I was like, you know, I could have brushed him off at that point, but I was like, I just like leaned in with even more compassion. I was like, no, he's mine, you know. And he was like, he held his hand out, and I thought he was just gonna shake my hand. And he was like, well, happy shopping. This is an older gentleman who works at the grocery store. So you can't imagine that he's like making a bunch of money, but who knows? He could be a millionaire and whatever. He was handing me a $50 bill. He literally just gave me $50 towards my grocery shopping. Like, and that's, and I'm like, yeah, I had just started repeating to myself that money just comes to me. Money just comes to me. Yes, it was so funny. So fun. Okay, Allison, everything I desire easily comes to me effortlessly and magnetically. Okay, now, here's what I'm gonna say. We are doing a money blocks workshop. So a lot of these are things that don't even have money in it. So why are you afraid of being specific? Why are you afraid of doing money? This is a money blocks workshop. I'm lovingly calling you out. But I see this with a lot of people. Right? So yes, more money comes to me than I can even spend, so I get to save it. Woo! Yes. So how about money comes to me easily? Oh, I think that is everything I want relates back to money, so maybe one to say. I totally get that, but I would encourage you to be specific. Because you can do a new belief for everything that you want, but let's be specific. All right, let's be specific. What about boatloads of money or, you know, whatever. More and more money flows to me every single day. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly every single day. So now what I want you to do, whatever your new belief is, and you can do everything, and I get that money is mixed in there, but let's be specific with money, right? You want more money? Let's be specific with money. Happy pocket full of money, okay. How much money is in there? It clarifies your intention. Yes, money consistently flows to me so easily. Absolutely, 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 Karen. My new belief is that money flows easily to me simply because I am worthy. Yes, 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 yes. So what I want you to do is, what is the picture you have of that? Is it a pocket full of money? I would encourage you to, is it a pocket full of $1 bills? Is it a pocket full of $100 bills? Right? Like you can even shift your picture so that it is something that truly represents a fuck ton of money. Because don't get me wrong, a luxurious bed full of cash, hell yeah, go for it. For me, I'm rocking it on a fucking yacht. So like I got the yacht, I got my man, I got my family. I got my hot red bikini. I got, you know, my sexy bikini body. Like, I am fucking rocking it on the yacht. That's my personal thing. My picture is that $100 bills are raining down on me. I love that. Hell yeah. It's raining money. Okay. So I still have so much more planned and we're already over an hour. Oh man, I like can never keep these to an hour. Okay, so whatever your picture is, let's go ahead and make it even bigger. Imagine that there is like a control panel in front of you, and there's a brightness dial. You can make it brighter. There's a bigger dial. You can make it bigger or smaller. Let's go ahead and make the image even bigger. There's a feelings dial where you feel the emotion of having this. How does it feel to have $100 bills raining down on you? How does it feel to be on the yacht? How does it feel to have that giant pocket full of money? How does it feel to have money consistently flowing to you so easily? What emotion is that? Turn that emotion dial all the way up. It feels like a pressure cooker released. I feel so much lighter. I bring consistent flow of money like a steady water hose stream right into my bank account, and $100 bills adding up to $10,000s of dollars. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. So feel into that. Let's breathe into it, feel into it, turn the brightness up, turn it up, raise the size of it, make it so it's like so fucking big you can't help but be in the picture. So here's the thing, what you interact with expands, right? What you focus on expands. So the more that you see this, and like, you know, I'm recently calling myself a daydream believer. Daydream believer. And so I see myself in this, like I'm on the yacht, like I do this all fucking day long, right? Like see yourself in this image, visualize this image over and over and over, immerse yourself with it, turn the volume up, turn the emotional volume up, and be in this space. Your subconscious works on images. So the more you are in here, and you already have the meaning, like you have, this is the belief, that's the bed of cash, this is $100 bills raining down on me, you're, you know, the Caribbean beach house with unlimited cash flow, fuck yeah. So like, this is what your subconscious is gonna start to make your reality, right? How fun is it to be in that? Now, when I was living at my mom's house, I used to daydream about hot guys on the beach, being where it was warm, tropical palm trees everywhere, walking distance to the beach, walking distance to everywhere. Turns out, it's kind of hard to get houses on the beach, rent houses on the beach when you live in Kauai, right? And so I was actually planning on moving to Kauai before my mom did, and they weren't even planning on moving there. And then I wasn't finding a house. But it's like, oh yeah, they don't really like exist where there's just like, you can just walk everywhere and walk to the beach and whatever. Like, you know, not like I had my vid, it wasn't right for me. But then I moved to San Diego and every single thing that was in my vision was there. Boom. And I manifested it just like that, right? And then my mom moved to Kauai. So this stuff, it works, right? And in the meantime, before I actually made that move, guess what? Money was just flowing in more and more and more. Money was flowing in more and more and more. Money with clients, money, like all of it, like money was just flowing in more and more and more. Goosebumps all over. Yes, yes, yes. I have that same piece. I have the same piece that I have right now because there isn't anything that I have to do right now to have enough money, but I do not have to fight off thoughts of the future like I do now because I know the future is also taken care of. The future is also taken care of, and the future is also right now. Like this is getting into quantum physics, and we're not going to go into this right here, but there's another reality where all of that exists, right? And you can immerse with that and engage with that, right? But this is right now, this is like shifting your subconscious mind. And when you shift your subconscious mind and you match that with elevated emotions, you get into the emotional state of being in that space. When you are in the elevated emotional space and you combine that with the vision of your mind, you start to create, your subconscious starts to create an elevated life for you. You are a super attractor, right? You are a super magnet. So this is so powerful. This is so powerful. Yes, I love quantum physics. Love quantum physics. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna share my screen again one more time with you. Move you out of the way. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so do you believe we are worthy? We went over that a little bit. Do you feel safe with money? Do you feel safe with money? And I want you to just like feel into that. Do you trust yourself with having a lot of money? Do you trust yourself? Do you feel safe without money? Do you feel safe without money? So I'll tell you, for me personally, this is one of the things that I have worked through, is I didn't feel safe without money and I didn't feel safe with money. So where does that leave you? Kind of stuck, right? Yeah, no to both. Yeah, right? We say we want all these things, but do you really feel safe with it? This is root chakra stuff. I don't remember what's on the next slide. Oh, here we go. Yes, with and no without. Okay. So I want you to think of so we got a little bit of mix here. We're going to do some healing now. So what I wanted you to do is, what is your earliest money memory? Within, I feel safe with money. Good, 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 good. What is your earliest money memory? Yes, Melissa. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're going way over, so my apologies, but I want to make sure that you guys are getting so much good stuff here. So how did your earliest memory feel? Like, what was your earliest money memory? How did it feel? Sink into it. What does it need? Tooth fairy money under the pillow. Ooh, your earliest money memory is that you just got money. You just got money. So what happened then? Okay. Let me come back to chat. So, yeah, you woke up to money. So then what happened? Why did that stop? Grandmother giving me money and a birthday card. Jennifer, I don't feel safe without money. Yep. You feel way more secure with money, good. Money from your grandparents, okay. So how did that feel, getting money from your grandparents? How did it feel getting money from the Tooth Fairy? My grandmother giving me money in a birthday card. How did that feel? It felt fun and happy. So now then, what happened? What happened? When did you stop getting money just because? Oh, Karen, so Karen says, I was young and my dad gave me a $5 bill so I could go buy a gift for my mom. I told him it wasn't enough. I didn't understand the difference between 1 and a 5. So money has always not been enough. You've always felt like it wasn't enough. It was unexpected the first time, but then it became expected and planned for every year. And then what happened? Rosanna wanted to go on a camping trip and asked my dad for money. I asked for just the amount needed and he said he will give me more because I didn't ask for much. That is my story, not ask for much and I get more. And then what happened? Like, how did you feel asking for that money? How did you feel when he gave you more? You had to earn it with chores. I was told I couldn't have the cereal I wanted in the grocery store because it was too expensive. Yep, my family always struggled, but what just came to mind is that I painted pictures and sold them to my neighbors and my mom made me return the money. So what is the belief that you made because of that? Is it that you, is it that you weren't good enough, that your paintings weren't good enough? Is that you weren't good enough to have money? What is the belief that you made up because of that? So Deborah had to earn money with chores. So is making money hard, or you have to work for it? I also have memories of losing my purse and having to backtrack through the stores to find it. My mom was so incredibly annoyed. So what is the belief that you made? I guess my earliest memory, because I don't remember a lot from when I was younger, is getting my first job at a restaurant as a cashier, moving up to food server, worked 45 days a week. When I'm in high school, I made so much cash every shift, I bought my own car and cash. So what is the memory you made up? What is the belief you made up? I felt I didn't deserve it. I was okay, so your dad gave you money when you asked for it. You didn't ask for much and he gave you more, but you felt like you didn't deserve it. No worries, Jen. No worries, Jen. We're going way over. I collected 6 pence in a jar and spent them all on a transistor radio. Sense of accomplishment. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So what is the belief that you made about money then? So what do you believe to be true about money? I love that story. I've never known that. I grow up and now felt as if I had to work hard to get it. Probably that I wasn't good enough or didn't deserve it. My parents were so broke, I had to lend them money every week to pay the mortgage. Okay, so you had to lend your parents money every week to pay the mortgage. So what does that mean? Like, what are you making that mean? What is the belief that you have? Is it that you can't have too much money because you're gonna have to give it away? Or is it that being an adult is hard and means you're gonna have to struggle? The beliefs I took on were, it's never enough, I'm not good with money and I don't understand it, and that I'm irresponsible and I can't handle it. Okay, so I want you to again identify where you have this in your body. I made so much money, but then I had to give it away. So if you have this belief that if you make too much money, if you make so much money, then you're gonna have to give it away. So then is it good? Is it beneficial? So you felt you didn't deserve it. Okay, so you don't deserve to have a lot of money. So identify where you hold this in your body. Nicole says, my first memory was when I stole Skittles in the checkout line. My mom wasn't looking. I didn't understand needing to pay. I was 3 years old. My parents had me go back to the store and apologize and pay. I'm sure it was cute, but it sort of traumatized me. I felt so guilty. Money makes me feel guilty is definitely a repeated belief. When I made a ton of money, I felt guilty for having it, lost it all, sort of demoted myself. Now I'm back in the classroom as a teacher working 60+ hours a week and a side business. Okay. Okay, so mom, so it's not easy to get. Yes, and you have to work hard for your money and it takes time. It's not easy to get. Okay, so Nicole, so you feel guilty. So having money, money makes you guilty. So let's go ahead and identify where you are holding on to this. I feel guilty about having money because my parents didn't. Okay. So so you don't deserve money if your parents can't have it. Money makes you feel guilty. So again, we're going to take a couple of deep breaths. And what you're going to do is you're going to identify where you carry this, where you are holding on to this, right? Ooh, Ruth Anna, I have to have permission to have money. That's powerful. That's powerful. What would it be like to give yourself permission? But go ahead and where this belief is in your body, again, let's identify where it is. And what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you visualize some white, loving light coming down from the universe and also coming up from the earth. So you have light coming up from below and from above. And it's going to converge, it's going to meet at this space where you hold this belief. And we're going to set the intention that this light heals and transmutes this energy across all time and space. Because right now where you have the stuck energy, you have a space that is stuck in time, a part of your soul that is stuck in time. And this is transcending across all time and space, all the different realities where you are living. Have this, so we are offering this healing across all time and space. And let's just channel that light. Take some deep breaths. And it's just going to follow any of those little tails or those octopus, legs. If it's intertwined anywhere else in your body, this energy is just going to heal all of this, heal and transmute. So it means it's going to shift it. It's going to evaporate it. And then this light is going to replace it with your new belief that it's safe to have money. You deserve money. Money and abundance are your birthright. Money gets to come to you easily. Money does come to you easily and effortlessly. You are willing, right? If your mind, if your ego is going to start to argue with that, then just say, I'm willing. I'm willing to experience money coming to me easily and effortlessly. I'm willing to believe that I deserve everything I want. I'm willing to believe that I deserve to make a fuck ton of money. I'm willing to believe that I'm loved, that I'm worthy, that I am whole. I'm willing to believe that I am an extension of the universe. The universe flows through me. The universe is within me. God is within me. And because the universe and God are unlimited and infinite in their abundance, and potential, and ability, therefore I am unlimited in my abundance, potential, and ability. All right, go ahead and take a couple more deep breaths in there. Now just noticing, if there are any fragments left of that energy, you can go ahead and just pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. It feels like a rope, go ahead and just pull that out, replacing it with this light. Good, we're gonna take a couple more deep breaths. And if you feel any other energy stuck anywhere, you can do this again, channel that light, let it converge. Heal and transmute across all time and space. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you one more technique for healing your blocks and your beliefs. You have any? Oh, here. And then we're gonna open up the call. There you go. Then we're gonna open up the call to some Q&A. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, in the replay, in the email that I send out with the replay, I'm gonna put in some additional journal prompts for you if you would like to go deeper on this. Allison, you're so welcome. So we'll look at, okay, so we're gonna heal this with energy. So, money, I want you to understand, is energy. Money is energy. You are energy. So as you are on the frequency, as you connect with the energy of money, so I want you to feel into, what does money feel like? What does it feel like to hold money in your hand? Could you imagine if you were holding $10,000 in your hands right now, what would that feel like? So I want you to let yourself imagine and feel like that, like imagine, visualize you're holding $10,000 in your hands right now and it just came to you so easily. What would that feel like? Can you feel your body shifting? Maybe it's relief, euphoria, empowered. It would feel awkward, but what else? If you were to know that you just got this, right? So the awkwardness, you can identify where that is, because with this next technique, you'll be able to easily shift that. It feels blissful. So can you feel that right now? Relaxed and energetic, yes. It would not be enough. Okay, that's good, that's good. So if it's a really positive emotion, I want you to go ahead and just let yourself feel that right now. If it's awkward, if it's not feeling like enough, what I want you to do is I want you to, it's exciting, good, let yourself visualize that, let yourself see that. So if it's awkward, if it doesn't feel like it's enough, if it feels like you don't deserve it, what I want you to do, and this is something you can do for if you identify any other belief, any other limiting belief or any other block, this is another way that you can very quickly shift and heal this, right? We're going to use energy for this. I want you to rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. And just slowly pull them apart. So you should feel a little bit of a magnetic pulse. I'm gonna stop the share real quick so you can I can make sure you can see me. So feel this little magnetic pulse. And we're just gonna channel in some light from the crown of your head, coming all the way down through your head, down through your neck, through your shoulders, through your arms, out through the palms of your hands. And just continue channeling in energy. You should be able to feel a magnetic pull. Pull your hands apart gently and slowly. You'll still be able to feel that magnetic pull as the energy grows and grows and grows. So feeling where that awkwardness is, where that block is, where that feeling like it's not enough is in your body. And where this energy is with this energy in your hands. You're going to hold that over. So if it's over your head, go ahead and hold it over your head. If it's in your heart, bring it into your heart, wherever it is. And just take some deep breaths, knowing that this energy will heal and shift. And as you're doing this, as you're letting it heal, you can go back to that visual we did earlier, that subconscious visualization that we did at New Belief, right? For me, it's the yacht, maybe it's money raining down on you, a bed full of $100 bills, whatever it is, go back and feel that, feel into that. Let yourself be there. So again, Karen says it was, yeah, feels like it's not worried, or feels like it's not enough. And for those of you that have been feeling bliss or excitement or empowered with it, continue feeling that, feel into that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So you've learned 3 incredibly powerful techniques. Okay, I'm almost done. You've learned 3 incredibly powerful techniques for shifting, for healing, for transmuting your blocks. We did some work on going down deeper into beliefs. So if you have other beliefs, other blocks that you feel like, you can go back, reuse this, do this over and over. This is the stuff, this is the work that has allowed me to create such substantial success. This is the work that allowed me to go from almost homeless to making 5-figure months in 8 months. Okay, be just a moment, honey. So what I want you to do is go back, make this the priority. Yeah, you can go get something. Go get something. Make this work a priority, because I promise you it is so much less about the how and what you do than it is in doing this work. Those of you who said earlier, I don't know how I can do this, that's not important. The universe takes care of the how. You do this work and you start trusting your gut, you start trusting God, then you are going to be given the steps, the next best steps for you to do. Thank you so much, Jennifer. So we're going to open up the call to a Q&A. So if somebody has something that they want to ask, make sure, let me know. I'm going to open this up in just a moment. I do want to share with you real quick. I have an amazing program starting next week called Launch. This is Mastering the Energy of Aligned Sales, because what you have done now is we've cleared the energy so that you can receive. Now the next step is to shift the energy of your business, to heal the energy of your business and your programs so that you can start making money with so much ease and fun. Because it's not about the how. If you're feared, if you're in worry about what to do next, I promise you it's not about that. It's all about the energy. So if you are ready to start that business or take your business to the next level with ease, not hustle, not stress, with ease and fun, this is the program for you. We have 19 incredible women already enrolled. Those of you who enroll, if you enroll from this webinar, and if you already enrolled,
and we have these scissors.
yes, we do. If you're already enrolled and if you enroll in the next 48 hours, you are going to be able to get a bonus group coaching call with me on Zoom Live where you can actually get me in real time. And as a new bonus, I am actually going to be giving you screenshots of my actual journaling from when I went from
Mama,
0
Mama,
to 5 figures. Yes.
can you give me something?
Yeah, I'll be just a minute.
No.
And I'm going to show you journal prompts from what I do now to maintain and to have radically successful launches. So you're going to see what I actually write. I have never before offered this to anybody, and I'm really excited to offer that to you. So some of my clients, Taylor is one of my amazing one-on-one clients. I teach this energy work to her, and when we do the healing work, she literally comes to me and says, can we do more healing today? Because every time you make me cry, I make $20,000. She came to me making $2,000 barely in her business, struggling and hustling, and in her first month, she had a $20,000 sales month in her month. She is almost up to 5-figure cash months. She has people reaching out to her. I'll be right there. She has people reaching out to her, asking her if they can pay her more money than what she's charging. She is blown away. We immediately raised her rates to something that was more aligned for her, and she had never previously signed someone at her previous high rate, which was $6,000. We raised it to $10,000. Immediately signed 5 people at her $10,000 rate. She has filled. She's gone past her capacity, her own previous capacity for her membership program. And she's just killing it. So, and then another amazing woman, Kelly, is one of my clients. She's currently celebrating her biggest month ever. She had such a hard time believing in energy, and it has impacted her so much that now she teaches it. I did a launch training in the expansion portal, and she said, and I did a very nuts and bolts training of what we're going to be going deep into in launch. And she says, especially since integrating her launch training gave us, she has now 5 people signed up. Yep. She now has 5 people signed up in her mastermind. She's been signing one-on-one clients. I don't have the key right now. She has been signing one-on-one clients at her highest rate. She is celebrating her biggest month ever right now in the midst of all the COVID and everything. So I want to let you know that this not only works for me, it works for my clients, it works for you too. So this is all available for you. We are going to be, starting April 1st. So if you are seriously ready and committed to making a fuck ton of money with ease in your business, this is the next step for you. You've cleared blocks. Now the next thing to do is to heal the energy of your business. And in this program, we're not only going to be doing energy, but I'm going to be teaching you aligned strategy. So as a bonus, again, we're going to do a group coaching call, and you are going to be able to get actual look at my journals. So if you want to join, feel free to let me know. It's $555 paid in full. There are 2 payment plans available. You can get in for as low as $111 today on an extended payment plan. So feel free to reach out to me after this if you feel the call. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and open up the call to Q&A. If anybody has any questions, if you need help with anything, let me know. I know, honey. I'm almost done. Where to see the replay? When I have the recording of the replay available, I will be emailing it out to everybody. So that will be there. If you have any questions or comments, you are welcome to unmute yourself. Let me know how this treated you. Let me know, yeah, how can I serve you? How can I help you? What do you need more now?
What?
Oh, look, there's Kent.
Hi, Ken. He can't hear me.
He can hear you, but you can't hear him. Okay.
I want to hear him.
Well, maybe we'll FaceTime afterwards, okay?
No.
We'll FaceTime when we're done afterwards. Okay, Kent give a thumbs up. Okay. That was a good thumbs up, buddy. Any questions, any comments? How is everybody doing? How are you feeling? My intention is that you feel more aligned, more whole, more healed, and you have skills and techniques that you can do. All of these, the changing the picture in your subconscious, that is so powerful. Healing the energy, transmuting it. You can do this with any limiting belief, any block, any story you're telling yourself. You get to shift it.
I'm hungry.
Okay, well, go get yourself something to eat. You're a big boy. And we're almost done. Okay. I don't see anyone popping up any questions or comments. Meredith says she feels such relief. I'm so happy about that. I am so happy about that. That makes me feel amazing. Jennifer says, I'm so grateful I jumped in late because of another commitment. The last half has been amazing and I'm going to make deeper into these journal prompts. Good, good, good. I'm so grateful. I love that so much. What I want to do, okay, one moment here, buddy. What we're going to do here is we are going to do a wrap up photo here. Let's do a selfie pic. Okay, there we go. Say yay! Okay, you guys were all so amazing. I do not see any questions, but if you have questions, you can feel free to respond to the email that I sent or send me a private message. We're going to log off and get this boy some food. I love you. I'm so grateful for you.
Is that Carrie, Mama?
No, it's not Carrie. Her name is Deborah. Her name is Deborah. If you are interested in learning more about launch or want to claim your spot, feel free to reach out to me. I love you. Sending you all the vibes.
Bye.